Hello, this is Grandma Jan from Red Toad Art Studio, and today I am going to answer some viewer questions on how I use the Color Harmony book. Now, I reviewed this book quite a while back, and the video is there for you to check out. I'll put a link to it at the end of this video. Now, this is a very interesting book. And just for the information it gives you, it's worth every penny. A quick overview of it: A Journey in Color, Color Harmony. It talks about the basic terminology. And although I've done art for years, this is a good review of hue, value, saturation, tone, shade. Do you know the difference between a tone and a shade? We've probably forgotten things like that. The color wheel. This is something we all should use more often, but I don't know if you're like me. I've had a tendency just to willy-nilly pick out colors instead of thinking how they work together. And the color wheel really helps you make them work together better. Complex colors. And I think this is interesting, the psychology of colors. And in a way, that's where it gets into why I bought this book. It goes into how the colors affect you. They will affect your mood if you use colors right. Aren't there certain pictures that you just look at, and it's the colors that grab you, that's either peaceful or ragged and raw or mad? It all has to do with the colors. And it's good for us to know this when we're doing art, to be able to make an emotion felt when someone looks at our pictures. And it has all the different colors. It has scads of different colors. And this is where it gets to color and mood. And this is where I think it's fun. I haven't been able to do it yet, but this is what I want to use in art class. They have different names, different moods: delectable, casual, botanical, delicate. It goes on and on. There's 30 different moods they have listed. 30. And within each mood, they have 36 color combinations. Now, these are 3 colors put together that go well together, or sometimes you may not think it's so well together, but they're very interesting. And I have thought of a game to play. In fact, I will go through it with you today. Look at all these colors. 30 times 36. I didn't even figure out how many colors that is. But it is a lot. Wow. I might need my calculator to figure that one out. There's a challenge for you. So, I thought a fun challenge, and when I do it with the kids, we will call it a game to play. So often when we don't know what art to make, we don't know whether we want to make a cat or a dog, a storm, a sunshiny day, the ocean, a fish. We just have the world to pick from, and for some reason we can't get inspired. And we need something to kick off the inspiration. And we usually, when we play these kind of games, we'll have different subjects that we have to pick. Like it has to be a dog, or do a cat, or do certain things. But using this book, instead of saying what object we have to do in our art, let's do what kind of mood we're portraying. And since there's 30 different moods in here, in fact, there's many more moods than I realized. I was going to label them by the alphabet. You can see I have A, C is botanical, E was this one, And I found out then that there was more than the alphabet. So I went back and numbered them 1 through 30. That is our first challenge. And then to realize that under this, there are 12 color combinations per page. So this last one would be 12, 24, 36. Now you could go in and label this with every number 1 through 36. If you're doing this with a children's art class, you might want to do that. It would just take some time to write them all in. But for adults, we don't have to, because we can do our math quickly, remembering that it's 12 here, 24, and 36. And then, when we will start our challenge, with the book closed, we will ask each student, or ask yourself, because I want to do this myself, let's pick a number 1 through 30. Now, if you have labeled these, you will probably have an idea where certain things are, and it won't be random. I would suggest you write these numbers down on pieces of paper and then pull them out of a bowl or a hat and see what number you come up with, 1 through 30. Now, I'm just going to randomly pick a number in my head. I'm going to say 18. I don't know what it is. So let's go see what mood our picture should be. 18. Let's see. That's quite a ways back. There's 13, 17. 18 is romantic. So I need to do a picture that is romantic. Then we have 36 combinations. Before they know what they're doing, they are supposed to pick a number between 1 and 36. So let's just say 15. I don't know what that'll be. It's 12, 13, 14, 15. This is the color combination I need to use. Now, I would never pick this myself, but now that I see it, it's beautiful. A pale pink, a pale green, and a lilac color. And I need to go through whatever type of art I'm doing and pick those 3 colors. If it's paint, this will be a good time to practice mixing my paints to match these. If it's color pencils, let's see what we can come up that's closest to it. Color pencils or chalk, crayons even. What's the closest to this? In collage, we need to find papers that are close to these 3 colors, and that's what we have to make our picture from. Now, often in art, we have a tendency to overdo it with our colors. We may have willy-nilly 30 or 40 colors. More likely we have 10 or 12 colors, and it's too much. The picture doesn't seem cohesive. And so the challenge is you must make the whole picture with these 3 colors. Now you can make whatever rules you want. You could give them leeway. You can have 1 more color or 2 more colors. And it has to be the closest we can find to this. You can make all kinds of rules for the game. And then set your kids free to see what they do. And when we're doing it for ourselves, set us free. Now, I would have to think some of a romantic picture that used these 3 colors in whatever media I picked. Let's try another one. 10. See, let's do the both colors. I need to do 10 and 33. What would it be? 10 and 33. There's 2. 16. I'm coming nowhere to 10. There's 6. I'm missing it here somewhere. 8. 9. 10. Nurturing. Encourage, protect, cherish. The colors are primarily warm, inviting. And I said, what did I say? I don't remember what I said. I said 10. Let's just go for 15. 12, 13, 14, 15. Here is my 3 colors. Aren't those pretty? But I would never pick those out on my own. So if you do this consistently, several times, just do it with any type of art, and you'll learn color combinations to use for moods that you never thought of before. And that you can put this many different colors together. It is amazing. So that is a way of using the book that I think is a challenge. It's fun. It's educational because this will teach you many combinations of colors. So I hope you try this. This is a fun way to use this book and learn at the same time. So I will say bye-bye for now, and I hope you will be inspired to try it. And bye-bye.